Hello, welcome to Benny's Farm World today at eFarms. Today is I think today is 9th of August 2026. This makes it exactly 20 days after we had sown our seeds. Exactly 20 days. It's raining very heavily right now. Like I'm actually battered in the rain. I promised to give us 10 days, every 10-day update on our seeds. We started from day one, the day we sowed the seeds, and then I updated you guys on the 10th day, and then today is the 20th day, exactly 20 days after we sowed our seeds, and this is what they look like. Let me start back from here. This is our regatin. Regatin is the yellow, which is slower. We've observed that regatin is slower than the rest. It sprouted late, and then you can see the true leaves are not as broad as the others. This is our Jara tomatoes F2. These are F2 Jara tomatoes. Tomatoes grow and sprout faster than the bell peppers and other peppers as well, so that is why they are looking like this. And as you can see, they are nearing transplants. They've grown their true leaves, they've established their true leaves, and then they are growing more. You can see the root system. This is very wet because here in the nursery I might have to change their position. The rain comes, the wind direction of the rain comes and blows this way, and that's why it gets this seed very wet. I will have to change this from these 3 trays from here. At least we'll have. The problem is, even sometimes you can see this place is wet, and so I was thinking to bring it here, but it depends on the wind direction. The rain comes from every side. This angle is dried because the rain this time had come from this direction, so if they were there, they would eventually be beat by the rain, and so I think we'll just find a solution to it. Now we move on to the gospel. Gospel was one of the first that came up. Gospel variety sprouted very early. I think in the 8, between 6 to 7 days, our gospel had sprouted, and then we had brought them to the nursery from the dark room. Now this is the gospel variety. You can see the true leaves more established, they are strong. You can see they are lush green, and they are doing very fine. I had to fumigate this greenhouse sometime last week, 2-3 days ago, because I noticed lots of trips in the greenhouse. There were lots and lots of trips. Hey Robin, Kai, how are you? Yo Robin. All right, so hey, stay down, it's okay. Yeah. Now red jet's another red variety. The gospel is red jet is red, and then they also sprouted faster than regatin. And this is how they look, but not as fast as the gospel. Gospel was fastest. Now back to regatin. You can see the regatin. Their true leaves are not as broad as the red jet and then the gospel. This is another regatin, and you can see how they are. This is another regatin, and then you can also see similar. The rain is quite high. Now this is red jet. This red jet, we experienced slow growth. Because the seeds were sown very deep. They were sown very deep into the tray. That is why I mentioned the depth of your seed in the seedling tray matters. How deep you sow your seed matters. It's advisable not to sow too deep or too shallow in the tray, and that is why at some point I had to reduce the potting soil on these seedlings. If not, they would not have come up to this point. They had sprouted inside. They had broken embryo inside the potting soil, but it was taking them time to come out. So I was wondering what's happening. All of this section, you can see, all of this section were not out. I wasn't seeing anything, and I was surprised. And these ones, see how these ones look. Just see the difference. So what I had to do was to reduce the soil. I carefully reduced the soil from the potting mix from the tray, and then these are the soil. These are what I was able to reduce to allow for them to, you know, have air, you know, see the sunlight and then sprout. So this is what we have. This was done 2-3 days ago, I think about 3 days ago, and then now we have them. At least they've come up as you can see. Else we're going to possibly or probably lose these seedlings or these seeds if I had not done that. So that was something I had to do to make sure my seeds come out. So this is another red jet. You see, this red jet was not sown too deep into the soil, and then that is why they are like this. So there were others I had to reduce the soil. As you can see, the soil is less full compared to others, you know. So that's what I had to do. And then the ones I emptied, I really didn't see any seed inside. So I think there was an error or a mistake, and so a seed was not sown into this. Now this is another red jet. Okay, this is gospel. This is gospel, and you can see how well it is doing. The rain is so heavy, I have to increase my voice. Now this is another red jet, and then this is how it is faring. This is how it is faring. So far so good. Day 20 of our seedlings, we have seen that Regaton yellow variety takes longer time than the red variety. So this is Regaton, and you can see from the true leaves how it is coming up. And then from the red jet, the ones that sprouted early, you can see their true leaves are more established, and then they are doing better. Not better, but they have grown more than the Regaton. That is the difference, you know. So when you see your Regaton taking more time, you give it more time, you understand? So this is gospel. What I've noticed, even from when I went training, gospel gave better percentage of growth, better percentage of output in terms of the growth percentage. Those who planted or sowed the gospel variety, they had better growth percentage than the rest of us who sowed red jet, Mawanzili is red jet, Regaton, and then the rest, you know. So that's the thing about these varieties from Rizwan. Then our tomatoes are also faring good. So far so good. This is what we have, and then this is where we are today. Peace and love always. Peace and love always.